Yo, it's your boy DVJ.
It's your boy Tim.
It's your boy Hey D.
It's your boy Brent.
It's your boy Bo.
And together we are
Views from the Still.
Yo, man,
Yeah.
listen. One of the listeners sent in a question, bro, and they were like, why aren't boys being raised to men?
I think Bo had a big point he wanted to make about
Oh, yeah, Bo did
Go
say
ahead.
he wanted to go ahead and attack this.
Get something off his
Yeah,
chest.
man, I just get tired of these little boys wanting to be man so fast. They ain't ready for the responsibility of being a man.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that like you got people in nowadays age that want all the success without the what they call it.
The work
The
ethic.
gusto, the drive.
without the work, without paying your dues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
okay.
you got to pay dues to be. I know this ain't really the topic we're really talking about. Like why are they not becoming this? But I just want to talk about it, man. It's
Go
like
ahead, man, get off your chest.
it's like I see people all the time. They look at other people's accomplishment and think it came easy, and I
Yeah.
just don't ever understand how you think this came easy for me. You might not see my struggle,
Yeah.
but I struggle to get to this point just like anybody else. Your struggle might be different, and you might took your struggle in a different way. That doesn't mean I didn't go through that struggle and became a better man through that. So I think people need to do a better job, especially men and young boys, are doing better. Take your struggles.
That's what it is.
Don't use this as an excuse to be a failure. I know. I was gonna say that as black men, we got enough struggles as it is.
Yeah.
It's true now.
So we all got struggles. So don't take those struggles and think you got to be a statistic. You could be more than a statistic. My young brothers show that right now.
Okay. Do you feel like that's a boyish mindset to feel like, oh man, these other people got it so easy. They had a leg up or whatever. I shouldn't have to work as hard to achieve that level. Do you think that's like a boyish mindset?
That's a childish mindset because kids think about it like that, like money grow on trees. You hear that? You hear that from the start. Money don't grow on trees, but it take you out to understand shit. This money don't grow on fucking trees.
The thing that be bothering me be the young man who has good examples.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if they
that'd be the killer.
still decide that they're gonna come out here and fuck up on purpose, like willfully messing up.
Cause
Definitely.
they wanna be different. Like it's kind of like, even though it was hard for us, like coming up, Drew, it's like everything went easy. We didn't want to do everything, but we had the mindset like this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess being in that younger boy's eyes, and he's just looking up like, bro, this nigga think he's perfect. Like he do this, he do that, go to school, he come back home on time. It's
Yeah.
like, no, young boy, I messed up too.
Yeah.
I had my failures. You might not have been there for all my stumbles, and all my pickups.
Yeah.
But like you gotta like both said, you gotta understand that struggle. And I feel like unless you have to go through that struggle, you're not gonna understand it.
And then the
Go
other
ahead.
thing,
Go
other
ahead.
thing is what you're doing isn't easy. You getting up, being a responsible man every day isn't easy. So you just don't know what it takes to be a man.
Yeah.
So you getting up doing the right thing. You going to school. You go to work. You do all these things. You doing the right stuff. It's not easy. It's easy to sell a pack of weed and then go to a job every day for 8 to 5 because you can sit on your ass all day and sell weed.
Yeah. I ain't waking up at 6
And then,
o'clock in the
too,
morning,
like-
ain't no joke.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I gotta do it tomorrow. Anyway, but I feel like a lot of those lessons that we were taught when we was younger, they're not being taught anymore. It's like, for example, every Saturday morning, I knew whether my mom and them came and woke me up or not,
got
I'm
stuff to
cutting
do.
that grass.
You got stuff to do
Oh,
today.
when we pull up to a gas station, my
You're
mama
not
ain't
pumping
touching.
that gas.
My mama
Was
didn't
she
even,
pumping
my
the
mama didn't even
gas?
say nothing. She just pulled up and cut the car off. Like I just
was,
knew
Mama?
I just knew to get out the car, start pumping the gas, bruh. I kid you not. I see that so much. I pull up to a gas station, a young, healthy young man is sitting in the car while the young lady is outside pumping the gas. That irks my nerves. Like I don't understand what's going through their mind, and I don't understand the parents' mindset behind it. Like tell him to get out and pump the gas. Like that's not that hard.
I feel like it's a whole like prima donna mindset with these dudes. Like they want to get treated like they young ladies. It's like no, there it is. Like they want to get treated like they young ladies. Like I'm special. I ain't gotta pump no gas. You better get out and pump my own gas. Like brother, who told you that? Who told you that?
Do you feel like it's that mindset comes from a lack of a father figure or even parental male role?
I can't even say that, folks.
Not all the
Just
time.
off the strength, that mom's like it's in stone, folks. It's in stone.
Yeah.
It's in steel. It's like she's not pumping the gas. She's not opening the door. My mother, she will stand still. I don't even mind. My mama do it sometimes.
Yeah.
She will stand still and wait till I open the door.
Yeah.
Cause I'm supposed to open the door.
Yeah, it's unspoken.
Yeah,
but
like,
but,
women do that
but
at
that
work.
come from you being trained as a younger boy to do those things. I feel like those lessons aren't being taught.
What they
For
say,
what reason? I don't know.
They say shiver is dead.
Shiver.
Chivalry is dead to a certain extent. I mean, I feel like, but I don't want to just bash all young men because some of these young men are being taught right.
Yeah,
We are young men,
some
whether
just
we
want
know
to
it or
be.
not.
Some just want to be hard headed and just not do it. Bro.
I think that's
taught
that. That's
right.
that prima donna stuff though. It's like they like the people, even the people they look up to nowadays is just crazy, bro. Like like
Kodak.
Kodak. Like people look up to Kodak. For me, I if I was a youngster, I couldn't see myself looking up to Kodak.
But
for a million reasons.
But we say that we did have Gucci Man, Lil Wayne.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Lil
I didn't look
Boosie.
up to Gucci.
I was just
Right,
about
we
to
didn't
say,
look up to
I
him.
didn't look up to
They
Boosie.
look up
We
to
like
him.
that.
We
I
just-
like, I like listening to Boosie. Man, you catch me listening to Boosie, that mean I'm in my zone. Dude, you hear me listen to anything else, but I'm listening to Boosie, I'm in my zone. But I ain't look up to him. I ain't like, man, I want to be like him. It's like, nah, bro, I want to be like him, bro. I want to be a respectable person.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
me-
got a question. You
Go ahead. Go
Nah,
ahead.
I just feel like when just touching on the whole music thing, growing up in the type of household I did, I understood that there's a difference between what I'm listening to versus my reality. You know what I'm saying? So you can listen to this, you can enjoy this music, but I knew wasn't no way in hell my mom was gonna let me do any of the things that was played on it.
Yeah.
My dad would put a punch a hole in my chest if I even thought about doing any other things that I was listening to. You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
found out.
I was able to like put that line between there and know like I can enjoy this music, but ain't no way I'll try to participate in any of this stuff.
Yeah, I ain't jumping over the wall. I
Yeah.
stay
Do
inside.
y'all think that's more of every generation got its problems? So do y'all think that's our generation problem that we see stuff in the now? Like, so for example, we see stuff on social media. So one of the reasons they look up to people like Kodak Black is they see it on social
Oh,
media.
you saying they see it instantly?
They
So
see
you
the
saying-
instant gratification.
You saying that
Yeah.
social?
So-
I'll go ahead. My bad.
No, I was saying, so I heard this on YouTube. You either gonna have one or two people in this millennial generation. You're gonna either have a person that works fucking hard, gonna work his damn ass off, they driven as hell, or you gonna have a person that sees stuff and the trophy. What they call
They
it?
feel like they supposed to have
You're
it.
supposed to have it. You,
Right.
you get
Participation
trophies for
trophy.
everything.
But
Participation
and then
trophy.
too, I feel like with us, we were able to see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? We remember the section before social media, and
Yeah,
now we're
outside,
dealing with
running
social
around
media.
playing
So
every
we're
day.
able to have a healthy balance of both because we knew what it was like before social media.
But that's all
But
they know.
these kids now, that's all they know. So
Generation
when I
X.
see people like DC Young Fly just go from making not knocking his hustle because he pimped the game and did what he had to do to
Right.
get
I mean,
bread.
whatever.
I'm not knocking it.
Whatever.
But when other younger people see that, they see it like, okay, he went from just making funny videos on YouTube, now he on Wild 'N Out, he making records, he doing all this stuff, doing stand up and all that stuff. So maybe I can do that too. But
I think they're getting phones too early at the age anyway.
oh yeah,
But
bro.
see,
Definitely.
even what you said, AD, even what you said, I feel like the younger generation, I feel like because they had that attitude, like they supposed to have this, like things are due to them, like they
Yeah.
tend to mimic what they see quicker than what we did. Like we took it as a viewpoint where we had to understand, like we didn't understand why our parents had certain rules set in stone. Then we got a little older and it's like, okay, I
Yeah.
get that.
Yep.
But then even with this young generation, it's like they don't even try to understand it.
Yeah.
It's just like
I don't like it. I'm not doing
I don't like it. I'm doing it. Like they feel like they deserve a certain respect even without earning it. Whereas when we were young, it was like, man. When your parents say, I ain't gotta explain myself to you.
Yeah.
You
Right.
mad about it. You mad about it, but then you say, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't. You pay out bills around here. Like, I don't do nothing around here.
And I think too, like there aren't any consequences for their actions. Like me, like I knew when I did something when I was younger, my mama and father clearly set the guidelines for what was expected. When I didn't meet those guidelines, repercussions was happening.
Yeah.
Whether it be a whooping or some form of
Taking something away.
something uncomfortable, something was gonna be done for not meeting those guidelines that they set. Where now I feel like most parents, they give threats. They give empty threats, and they
No,
never
this-
come through on it. So the kids like, oh, she ain't gonna never do nothing.
So-
Or he ain't gonna never do nothing. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm gonna do.
So the lack of disciplinary,
Yeah, I
that's
definitely feel.
caused a lot of boys to they having a hard time transitioning.
Man, the thing that's killing me is how these young boys want to make these goofball. I call them goofball dollars.
Yeah.
Which
What
they
you
want to
mean?
go
What
on the
kind of
social
dollars you
media
talking
and like get naked in the store or something.
I
Oh,
just
you
do
talking
something
about-
to get
stupid.
your
yeah.
attention.
That's them mimicking. They mimicking what they see to try to get to their stardom.
Yeah. Not justifying it, but that's what they
Yeah,
do.
like, oh well, they thought that was funny. So if I
Wait
do
till
it,
they see it.
It's still gonna be
funny.
funny.
I'm gonna do the same thing they did, but just a little bit different.
Yep, you're right. And that's how a lot of them do it. But like, it's like that instant gratification. Like, I don't want to put the time in, cause like when we were younger, we saw men going to work, cutting lawns, doing whatever they had to do, like
so all type
doing
of
hard, all type of odd jobs. But now it's like, I can't cut no grass. I'd be looking like a bum out there. What somebody drive by and see me cutting the grass or something like that?
Like,
it's like we were taught that those things were honorable.
Yeah.
Like, get it by any means. I don't care. I could be on the back of a garbage truck, but if that's gonna provide for my family,
they don't
that's
have
what I'm
that
gonna do.
concept.
But it's like now, because when somebody drive by and they take a Snapchat of me on the garbage can and they gonna see it and I'm being embarrassed. What? You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that somehow, like I feel like that goes hand in hand with the social media era.
Yeah.
Where like saying, because they was raised in it, and like you said, we saw the beginning of Facebook.
Yeah.
We was there when they just had the messenger at the bottom of the screen and you had to go ahead. Because they have that, they put themselves in the light where like, I gotta shine like I'm a celebrity almost.
Yeah.
Without having that celebrity status.
Right.
So it's like certain type of jobs, certain type of odd jobs, whatever we deem honorable.
Yeah.
They see it as being beneath them.
Yeah.
Even though they have no work experience,
Yeah.
they ain't did nothing. They stupid as all get out. But
Yeah,
that's a whole nother
'cause
story.
They're not even trying to go to college to get the degree to get a quote unquote good job like they deem.
Yeah, Vontae, what my dad tell you about his working
Oh
14
my
hours a
God. Listen, man, I promise you I cannot make this up. One time I got into a disagreement in mom's and she put me out.
Yeah.
I went to Bo's crib and his pops had a whole conversation with me. The whole time through our whole existence growing up, I just knew that pops loved working at the shop.
Love working on cars.
And then he asked me this question, bro. He said, "Do you think I like working at the shop?" Ma'am, I'm sitting here like,
Yeah, of course you do.
I thought you
started this.
He said, "Hell no!" But then my whole mental, Jew,
Yeah, but he working at the shop because
day. He gotta
it's
provide
providing.
yep.
I don't feel like they had that concept. I feel like I know that South is getting thrown out there a lot, but I do feel like they got a weaker mindset behind certain values.
Yeah.
Like they value money and clothes and jewelry and houses and cars way more than we did growing up.
They value likes and followers way
Yeah,
more.
they value that way
Exactly.
more
Likes
than
and
we do.
followers.
Than just being able to provide.
And I feel like it's the acceptance. They want to be accepted by everybody, so they
Yep.
feel like in order to be accepted, they got to do certain things.
Look like it instead
I
of
gotta
really have it.
have all the junks. I gotta have all the chains. Meanwhile, I ain't ate in 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my shoes nice. Yeah, exactly.
I got a baby on the way. My shoes nice. I'm broke. I ain't got nobody's job. I'm still waiting on moms to take care of all my financial. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nobody, I don't feel like that wasn't taught to them. It was learned. It's been like a learned procedure. They like, man, this is what I'm seeing. This is what success looks like to me.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. Go
and
The
ahead.
problem
Go
with the generation before us is the fact that they didn't mentor, like they didn't teach them
Yeah.
like as much as they needed to.
I'll
It's
see
like
you
they
talking
had
about
the
that.
game, but they ain't passed it down.
Yep.
That's why the generation before us, they working hard.
Yeah.
They getting it, but the generation behind us is sagging.
And then too, I agree totally with that. But at the same time, you still got knuckleheads that people try to give them the game. Like, how many times you know this before? We all know people who see a knucklehead be like, I'm gonna talk to that young man, try to give him some game.
Try to change the life.
But if they not getting that same lessons from their parents, you ain't my daddy. Who are you to tell me something like that? If my own dad ain't telling me this, who are you to tell me
That
something like
message,
this?
it ain't gonna be received.
It's
the
not going
same.
to be received as well. But what blow my mind is, instead of listening to someone that has experience, they rather listen to someone who has inexperience like their friend.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you rather listen to somebody that's on the same level that ain't doing nothing just like you.
But see, that thing with that is, and I feel like it's all intellectual. And I don't want to call them dumb, but it's like it's stupid to me. It's like they would rather have somewhere that they feel like relates to them better, tell them
Accept
that, than for a stranger who's trying to better them.
Yeah.
Like, we could take that differently because we seeing these people work hard to pay bills. We seeing it. Like, we see this everyday life. Like, it ain't got to be nobody in your family, but you seeing it somewhere. Where somebody working hard, paying bills, doing what they supposed to do, doing what they got to do to provide for their family.
Yep.
And then you got the guy who's a knucklehead listening to another knucklehead that's a little bit older than them, but they like, I can relate to this guy because we always hang out. He taught me everything I know. Even if that's nothing, he just taught me everything I know.
Yep.
And it's like they don't think that folks that's older than them that been through the same stuff they went through.
That kills me. I don't know why they think that. Like they think like their current problem that they're going through or their situation is new. Like this problem has never existed to anyone else but me. So clearly you giving me advice on it. No, you never done what I like. That's stupid.
Same problem they're going through now. I called it Monday morning.
Definitely, man. I don't understand it, but I do feel like it has to start at the crib. It has to start at the house. If they're not getting that foundation on what it means to be a man or what it means to provide or what it means to be, a caregiver, a caretaker, it's hopeless. It starts at the house.
Gotta have some kind of this.
But I got a question though.
Go ahead.
What about that person with the perfect household?
Yeah.
He decides to be a mess up.
That's
I got a perfect thing. I'll let you go first.
Nah, I was just gonna say that's just like having a sibling who sees you do everything that you're supposed to do or that your parents deem to be necessary. They see you. They see you going to work. They see you going to school. Who cares if you don't like what you're doing or you don't like how you did it or you didn't fail at certain things? They see you doing mostly right.
Yeah.
And they say, I don't want to be like that. I want to be like him. And they do the complete opposite.
Trying not to be like
They trying their hardest to be different from you. And it's like, you didn't put in that work. You doing so much stuff off the strength. You don't know how to stop doing stuff off the strength.
They want to be an individual, folks.
They want to be unique.
this is what I feel. I told y'all boys about this earlier, but it's a quote by Andrew Carnegie, and it says, "To obtain success in life, you have to have a healthy body and struggle." Right? So I feel like the ones who come from a good household, the ones who come from a place where they're loved and cultured and everyone is given to them, they have the healthy body, but they have no struggle. So I honestly feel like they're craving the struggle. We know plenty of people who come from a decent neighborhood, come from a decent family, hardworking people, but yet they want to be a thug so bad. They want to gang bang. They want to sag their pants. They want to do all this stuff to be accepted by other people. Like, you really rather go sleep on the floor at somebody else's house versus sleeping in a nice bed at your mom and them house because you want to seem down and accepted.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're literally craving the struggle so that way they can be accepted by other people.
They want to feel like they deprived.
Yeah.
They want to it's like I feel like I'm a thug, but I ain't living a thug life. But my homeboys, they ain't eating at home. They mama on dope. I'm finna go hang with them.
Yeah,
Cause
so-
I'm a thug
and
inside.
and I can
Deep
feel
down,
my-
I'm a thug.
I think they be wanting to say, like, when I came up from nothing. I did it by myself. And it was all
everybody
me.
want to say that.
Exactly.
Everybody want to say that.
And that's, I mean, you know, if
That's
that's true, then
But
that's true. But
that's a
if
horrible
that's not the
notion,
hand
though.
you were dealt,
I was
then
just
don't
saying
try
that's
to play
a
into
horrible.
it.
That's just a horrible notion for me, though.
That's stupid.
Like, I came from a good family.
Yeah.
I came from all good, but my struggle was hard. I fucking failed out my first college.
Yeah.
Indeed, you did.
I did. I got a 4-year degree. Can't do shit
Smoking
with it.
on purple.
I've been injured. I got torn ACL. I'm dealing with it right
Currently.
now. I done had it for 3 years. Worked 2 jobs, and I did all this. I worked on Canoe at 3 o'clock 2 weeks ago. And now, then you gonna say my struggle easy?
But you know what they gonna say?
What?
That's like all schoolboy problem. It's like,
Yeah,
you ain't worried about your
you ain't
life. You know what I'm
hungry.
saying? You ain't starving. But to me, that's stupid. I've always been I've always been the person that's been able. I've always been the person that's been able to learn from other people's mistakes.
That makes you wise.
Why would I touch the hot stove and I see you got burnt already? Right?
I want to see if I'm gonna get a different degree of burn.
You ain't that special that I
I
can
want to ask some folks like, how many of your friends out there that you know struggling? How many of these jokers came up and became rich? Like how many of them you know?
I mean, you know, rich.
How many you know?
Rich
How many of these
now,
jokers-
boy.
you
Listen
want
to
you want
him.
to be a dope boy so bad? How many dope boys you know?
That's
rich?
man,
Yeah.
see, and that's what I was just gonna say to him. That kills me, cause it's like when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I honestly thought that like thugs and wannabe thugs at this point in time would have been obsolete. Like,
Yeah.
like I thought they would have been extinct. Cause
Yeah.
it's like what's the point in being a dope boy if you ain't even El Chapo level? Like, you ain't making them calls, man. You still living in the trap house. You barely got a car running. You might have a nice car, but everybody know you sell dope, so your time is short.
Yeah.
It's like
You're always looking over your shoulder.
Looking over your shoulder, you can't go
That's not
out.
even the life you want to
That's what I'm saying,
live.
you
Like, you
can't
can't even
even
enjoy
live
it.
I want to be
Said
able to.
40
I
don't
want to
mean
be able to
nothing.
go out somewhere, eat without looking over my shoulder, worrying about who looking for me or who I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And just live a normal style.
Enjoy
life.
it. You can't even enjoy it.
enjoy life because it's like, man, I gotta move this pack. I gotta re-up. Buddy, look, I got shot out last week. My homeboy got killed last week. I gotta go get back in. It's like, man, that's a struggle life, and that's what you choosing. That's what you choosing.
And then too, I understand that certain people were born into their lifestyle
Yeah,
and they just
yeah,
don't
that's
know no
facts.
better. My issues, I mean, I understand, I got issues with that, but I can rationalize
Yeah,
that a
I
little
can.
more.
I can understand that
But
more.
people who don't come from that,
Oh my
but
God.
choose that life,
Boy.
you are even more of an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
And then I don't have no
You a
remorse
joke.
on
You a
either.
phony.
If you go out there and you say, I'm gonna be a dope boy, cool, be a dope boy. That's
what they don't-
fine and
but
dandy
folks-
with me. But when you get shot, bam, please don't expect me to cry over your
Folk,
grave.
I
Yeah.
promise you, bro, that kills me the most, man. These young boys want to be so tough, so bad, so they think they tough, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, listen, that kills me the most, man. We got too many guys out here who live and don't die by the sword. You
Yeah.
can't be out here killing folks and then get killed and want me to be like, oh man, I'm so sorry, you was a nice guy, man. No, you was no good, dirty bastard. Like, no, I'm not finna. Come on, man. Like, you was cool when we was just kicking it, man, playing spades, man, cup to a cup, man. We drinking. But listen, man, I knew the whole time. Listen, man, let me keep my distance from this guy
Yep.
before
Yeah.
something pop off, cause I know he probably got a lot of targets on his back.
What that boy Mitch say? Niggas die every day, B.
Niggas.
So he knew what was up. He knew that the type of
Rico.
life he was choosing. That was Rico. That was Mitch.
That one Rico?
No, Rico was the one played by Cameron.
Show would.
Yeah.
I thought that Rico said that. Rico did
That
say
was
that.
funny.
No, Rico
Mitch said
told
that.
that boy, he said, get your mans, man. He was telling Mitch. He was telling Money Making Mitch.
I ain't seen the movie in a while.
Man, that's
so
a
maybe that's what
classic,
it
man.
is.
You gotta re-up that
I gotta
thing.
rewatch it to get my
telling
facts
you.
straight. But now going back to what Tim said though, me and Tim went to a conference one night, right? And the guy said that you are an average of your 5 closest friends, right? So if your friends ain't doing nothing, then you are an average. Like your personality, your mindset is an average of 5 people who ain't doing nothing too.
That's right.
Real talk.
So if you're not taking my advice, if you're not surrounding yourself with wise counsel, you're doomed to fail. Because you're gonna, unknowingly, you're gonna pick up those traits from people you hang around all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, you gotta change the way you think about certain stuff. Like you can't just be going out here just freestyling life. You can't freestyle life. It has to come with the plan. That's why it goes back to the household. If you see that your parents or your father figure or whatever male figure in your house didn't have a plan, you 9 times out of 10, not saying it's impossible, but 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have a plan either because that's what you was taught.
You gotta have a solid foundation,
And
whatever you
folks-
want to start it.
And that's what get me, man. They make me, I feel like you're a young dummy until you see a young dummy with money, but you don't realize that young dummy was just lucky. He
Yeah.
was lucky. Like sometimes you can't actually be lucky, bro.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can't be that one dude who was a knucklehead throughout your whole life and fool around and stumble upon something and become great.
Yeah.
But 9 times, and that's 9 times out of 10, which makes that 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do those things. We gotta
Definitely.
be realistic with these guys, man. Like, okay, you young, you out here, you thinking you El Chapo, you ain't making but $1,000 a month. Let's just be honest,
You
because
can work at McDonald's.
you can't even spend the money that if you making more money than that, you're not even spending it. Like that, whatever video that was that we watched, when Buddy was saying, if you sell drugs, just sell it for a little while so you can get that money and invest it into something worth having so that you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder.
And this is my thing. I feel like people who just like want that instant gratification, that fame, they have a dream. I have nothing wrong with
Exactly.
people dreaming,
Definitely do.
but a dream without a plan is just stupidity in motion.
Ooh, boy, that's
You
almost
know what I'm
like the
saying?
one I got.
That's stupidity in motion.
Boy.
if you don't have a plan, you don't have, okay, you want to be a singer, you want to be a rapper, you want to be whatever you want to do. I respect your drive, I respect your dream. But if you out here just freestyling and just hoping luck up and fall in your lap, that's stupid. That's stupidity in motion.
That's stupid.
Have a plan, have a scheme, come up with something, and then attack.
Well, AD, that one almost like the one I got. It's a little different though.
What's that?
Mine is words without action are meaningless.
Yep.
So even if you say you want to be El Chapo, if you ain't out there doing El Chapo type of work,
Yep.
you might as well stay in the crib, play little 2K.
And man,
Just safe around.
Then I mean, that's it. When you said that, they remind me of a Bible verse. It said, "Faith without works are dead." So you can have all the faith, you can have all the passion, you can have all the desire, you can be out there pounding the pavement. But I mean, if you got to do those things in order for that to work. If you just out here hoping and wishing,
they shooting it.
That's all it's around. I mean, you poking holes in your dream.
But see, that's the thing though. They shooting shit so heavy they can't even smell it. Like real talk, man. They just saying stuff.
The room in the room.
Real talk. They just, but it's to the point right now. Like I just see guys say things, and it's like, you want to do what? What you doing to
achieve that goal?
And it's like, I mean, I want to be a rapper.
Where your studio is?
Where your mixtape? Like where you got some workout?
And
I ain't putting nothing out yet, but I'm working on it. It's like at some point, and I feel like at some point you have to tell these guys that not that their dreams are unachievable.
Yeah.
But they haven't done anything to achieve their goals. Like at some point, I understand that there are rappers who fool around and catch a break in their early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you gotta look to your, just like at church, man.
Yeah.
Look to your neighbor. You are not a rapper.
But then too, like you said, you gotta actually be trying to go out there and put some work forward. It's a dude named Toby Nwigwe, and I heard him say, he was like, you'll be surprised how many people help you push your car off the road if you outside pushing your car too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People like to help people who's actually doing something, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I know it's not the level you want to do, but I see you out here working every day. But let me go on and purchase the man mixtape. I see him out here on the corner trying to sell his mixtape every day. Let me go on and purchase. Well, I see him out here trying. But if you just want somebody to do something for you, why would I waste my money on you? You ain't doing it for yourself.
I see you sitting in the car.
Yeah.
All I know, you pulled over.
I'm not finna invest money in you and you not investing nothing in yourself. That's a waste of money on my end.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy, man. But I think we exhausted this topic. I mean, we could talk all day about this, about sorry men.
They too soft.
Yeah, but man, that's been another episode of Views from the Sip. I hope you enjoy. Please feel free to go and comment on our social media sites. You can find us at Views from the Sip on everything. That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. So follow, like, subscribe, rate us on iTunes Podcast. You can find us on there, and we out.
Views.